5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective.
It's the biggest boss
From business, entertainment, love, and life,
Had to find my inner power.
to fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Here I am. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. I'm he. You know the rest. I don't know what time it is, but it's time to do this. You know, got a lot on the horizon. It's got some figuring to do, especially when it comes to our people. It is the Romello Marcellus Show. Yeah. If you're on Facebook and any of the other platforms, after a few, you will be disconnected. So you're going to have to jump on over to YouTube to catch the rest of the show. But we'll start, give you a taste, see whether you want to see it or not. Yeah. Come on over to Facebook. Excuse me, YouTube. Sorry. And yeah, we can go from there. If you have not seen it already, man, there is something that is really brewing, and it's kind of a change in the way certain people are being pigeonholed. You know, your freedom of speech is supposed to be that. But now we live in a day and age in which that very speech can be used against you in a court of law. I don't know how many of you guys are paying attention to what's going on down in Atlanta. I mean, I don't know how you could not, but yeah, it is just that. I'll say this. I covered a story last year when R. Kelly got convicted. I don't condone any other kind of things that, you know, were alleged, but what I did state is that it becomes or has become a precedent that merely discussing an act with someone and that person taking one iota of an action and an actionable item makes it a conspiracy in which you can very well be charged in, whether you've committed the act or not. Now, I don't know whether you've been covering the prison reform conversations that have happened over the years, and even the ones now that have been trying to curtail certain artists, i.e. rappers, from being prosecuted or indicted for some of the things or the materials that they have in their songs, their lyrics. Doesn't seem like this is working for them or to their favor. But I'll say this, when your circumstances change, you should change. You know, when shit's good for you, you shouldn't go where you used to go. You shouldn't do the shit you used to do. That's a part of what this is about tonight. If you're just joining the show, man, listen, welcome. Never has so few owed so much to so many, because you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with me. To discuss what I was further saying in regards to what's transpiring, this is what's happening.
I'm not targeting anyone, but however, you do not get to commit crimes in my county and then decide to brag on it, which you do that for a form of intimidation and to further the gang and not be held responsible. One of the lyrics used in this indictment, just one of the lyrics, is me and my crew striking in all black. Send me the drop. We'll kick in the house. If we steal a car, we're going to take off the tag. Well, they kicking indoors, committing home invasions. And now I'm using those lyrics that they're admitting to doing that. I'm going to continue to do that. People can continue to be angry about it. I have some legal advice. Don't confess to crimes on rap lyrics if you do not want them used, or at least get out of my county.
I think she's in the right, you know. Yeah, I don't know too many people who have been versed in the art of doing crime that's gonna go and tell on yourself, even on a record. I don't know where they got that goofy shit from. But it goes to show you that people believe that you can do and say anything you want with that banana in your tailpipe. I'll say it again, with that banana in your tailpipe. Literally. Listen, there's nothing wrong with what these people are actually doing, i.e. the DA and those people. They're doing their job. Okay, they got a job to do. So when you make it easy for them and you do the job and they can connect dots, and then, you know, they put the pressure on certain people that's going to actually come and do that, it's a win-win. You know, I was always taught if you was going to do something for individuals about it, there's nothing to talk about. Gonna do it. Yeah, we ain't talking about it, we're doing it. But it seems these people were talking a whole damn lot. And this is attributed to a lot of the bullshit code that we do with one another, right? Unlike this, if you were a crash dummy and you crashed out, own that shit. Take it on the chin. Don't bitch and moan when the people are doing their job. You're a criminal. You're doing your job, and they're doing their job too. They just got a little better, caught you slipping, or caught you in a position where you were exposing yourself and you got caught up. So I can't take the position that I'm feeling some kind of way about it. But here's what I feel some kind of way about. I feel some kind of way about how the precedents came to be, that people are able to come and get you based on your words, based on stating that thing or that thing that may have been a fart in your mind and you were just having lax conversation with someone. And hey, let's just say you wanted to go and run in a house. Man, I'm gonna go run in that house. And then an individual decided to drive over there and see the damn house you were talking about and get pulled over. Let's say they have other shit going on with them. And they say, well, shit, I can give you something. I just came over here to case a house because they said they were going to run in the house. Now you got a conspiracy. Just that simple. Yeah. But it's the day and age we live in because we're so busy falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You know what? Here's another thing, man, that's got my feathers ruffled, right? Oh my God. Listen. This is blasphemy. This is blasphemy. Really? Really? I mean, this is kids bop. I don't know what this is. Really? Anything for a buck. They have gentrified Biggie's song like this. What hood?
And if you don't know, now you know,
player. You know he wanted to say the other thing. Oh my gosh, get out of here. Listen, they do anything to us, for us. They don't do anything for us, actually. But yeah, they'll do anything to us because, hey, here's the question. Why black folks always got a banana in their tailpipes? No reason. You mean to tell me that last year alone, blacks in this country spent approximately $1.3 trillion in being a consumer? We don't contribute. We contribute nothing right now to the infrastructure. Let them tell it. We don't create anything. We're not a gross producer of anything other than sweat equity and then shit. Half the time, we don't even want to do that. So based on that number, you can't tell me we shouldn't be able to fund or have our own something. I don't care where you go in this country. I guarantee you, if there is any, you can probably count them on one hand and still have plenty of fingers left. a black community, i.e. a black hospital, a black school, the black churches, you're going to get those a dime a dozen, but a black community, little black town. That's what we call it. Little black world. You go to any major city in this country, you got a Chinatown, you got a Little Italy, which, by the way, people don't, you get into the history of Italy. Italy was black until the Slavics decided to come out from down the mountains and, settle in and do what they do and play the switcheroo just like they did over here with us. And boom. But back on the subject, man. Our problem is if we don't stand for something, we're going to continue to fall for everything. We are falling for every goddamn thing that is being thrown at us, and it's ridiculous. We talk of dreams, right? And there's no way that we shouldn't be able to make some of these dreams happen. You got good people out here that are seeking to build schools, to build hospitals that look like us, to have. Where are all the black doctors at? Where the black lawyers? Well, you got some lawyers, but where the black doctors at? Where the black scientists at? It's a shame just being a great consumer. That means you have no worth or value to the society other than being a sheep. And this is that thing, man. When we go through what we're going through right now, because everybody allows their circumstances to control how they feel. That is the key to a salesman. I walk to a door and I find a husband going in a position that he may be feeling like he's got to win his place back in his home. I could sell him the wind outside. And this is what happens to us, man. They're always putting the banana in the tailpipe because we've got a car and park. Yeah. What I don't understand is here's where I'm really going. And as the week goes on, I'm gonna open this thing up, and it's gonna really get the crescendo will be Thursday when I do this show. I'm really slowly building this up because here's where I'm really at. Okay, you have a home of your own, but you have a guest come into your home, right? Now the guest comes in and, they seem like they have good intentions and all of that kind of thing. But then the guest flips the script on you and make you feel uncomfortable in your own home. Not by proxy, but by pressing, by pressure, by oppression, by impression, by aggression. Yeah. Putting you in a corner, having you live in a bathroom in your house, sleep in your tub as opposed to your bed, and then actually fuck the house up and have you clean up the house. Right. Here's the thing. Role reversals are ever present in our community, in our society, in the way we live. There's a lot of history that you don't know that's been changed. And if you do this homework, you can actually see where the changes were subtle and they began. Even now, there is this big trend where they're teaching our children to be colorblind. Okay? To do so, that means that it further puts us behind the 8 ball where we lack even the pride or the dignity of self, where all of those people who had come before us and made those sacrifices to build whatever communities we had back then, obsolete. They're barely teaching Black history in schools anymore. So you have quote unquote successful people, i.e., here we go, Tyler Perry. He stated that, he didn't want to teach his children or whatever to raise his kids to see color. Man, you Black. You got $1 million? Yeah. You got a job? Yeah. You have the means to make things happen? Yeah. You're a celebrity? Yeah. What does that equal? in this society, it still equals nigger. And that's just who you'll always be. And to take that sting away from your seed sets them up for a world of hurt and disaster, because the game doesn't change. Here's the other part to the guest in your home. Now, after all of the abuse and the disrespect and the disregard, they get mad at you when you bring it up to them that you did this shit to me. Now, they do everything now to flip your house, to redevelop your house, your home. Yeah. You know, I'm on the show and I talk about our cousins and our ancestors, our tethers, over on the continent. To those that don't know, Africa is merely a continent. Okay. But here's why there's so much pride there. It is because each and every square inch of that place is built within many different nations and tribes. And each one of those people bear that pride from that tribe. All of this has been robbed and taken away from us at a consistent rate, even to now. Constantly propping the buffoons and the goons and the goofies up, as our quote unquote celebrity representatives. They don't know shit. They're there to sing and dance. That's their job. Sing, dance, and get the fuck off stage. Go home. Don't tell me nothing about voting. Don't tell me nothing about nothing. You're not versed in that. Even when it comes down to our voting, our governing body, I'll say this, man. Fuck your vote. We are constantly been put in a position where we've given our vote an expectation of nothing, because there's always been a prop to field or guide the circumstance. All right. These governing bodies that have over us, man, they look at us and we deal in religion as opposed to reality. Oh yeah, you're going to hell if you're going to come to church and tithe, or you don't get on past whatever's prayer line. And man, listen, there's nothing wrong with you having a prayer life. Make that your prayer life. But don't be controlled by the things and the glitz and the glamour that comes with the church too. Because trust me, there's some coons in there. The biggest devils are in the church, which gives you the understanding that a lot of times you're being misled when they ask you to do things. Just because he's sitting up there, he's thumping a book. Trust me, he was one of the biggest sinners and thieves and heathens there is, and probably still is, fleecing the church. Yeah. Listen, I'm not just talking just to hear myself talk. I'm telling you right now, when you look at it, man, for all of the years you've been voting, what have we actually gotten out of it? Even down to Barack Obama. When he came into the office, trust and believe me, let me give you some game. There had not been a prospectus of position for blacks on the books since Martin Luther King, since the tail end of the civil rights movement. And at every turn, when it became time to have the new elected situation happen, they made sure there was always something else. You got LBGT communities receiving the civil rights that we quote unquote fought and died for, and everyone else that comes into this country. No sweat, no tears, merely say that we ain't getting it, and that's that. But we voting for these fuckers, and no one's doing anything for us, even down to that nothing burger that they just gave us with the Emmett Till bill that has no teeth in it. It's not going to do anything for anyone. But when we talk about the anti hate Asian hate group thing, or the hate crimes for the other groups of people, trust me, you do something to them people, you're gonna catch some motherfucking time. Period. They're still lynching us. It's a sad thing, man, when we look at ourselves and find out how many bananas we've taken in the tailpipe, because We go back to the house. We got a guest in the house that makes us feel uncomfortable in our own motherfucking house when they came in and beat us, stole from us, told us, "Hey, look, your name ain't what it is. It's Jenkins now. Get your ass in that tub. I'm taking this bed, and I'll let you out tomorrow to clean up the kitchen after I fuck it up in the morning. And when I get back here, it better be some hot meal here, or else it's gonna be some smoke in here." Yeah. And then you're gonna step, fetch, file in, gobble out, all that good stuff because I said so. Yeah. And then find other ways to oppress you or put you down when you call their asses out. And speaking, matter of fact, you know what? Speaking of step and fetch it, right? A lot of people don't know, man. If you do your homework, at that time, the quote unquote golden era of theater, right? Hang on one second. Here we go. No, that's Burt Williams. But anyway, Step and Fetch It, he was basically, I wouldn't say vaudeville, but he was that. He was an entertainer. He was the highest paid entertainer in Hollywood at the time, right? But when you talk about other actors that came along who were great, when we talk about our quote unquote opposition, the other ops, there are those who wore this badge of prejudice. Step and Fetch It was very instrumental in giving another famous actor a hey, what's up, Stanley? What's up? Welcome. A start in their career. If you watch Westerns, he gave John Wayne his start. People don't know that. John Wayne was Step and Fetch's valet for years. Yeah. That's how you got to start. Asked him he wanted to get in, and he went down there and took him in. Passed the name on, told him go down there and get it. How it came out really was when Step and Fetch It began to demise or pass away. He was destitute, and he was in a Chicago community hospital. John Wayne came and got him and gave him the best. Sent him home like he was supposed to. I'm not knocking the man's choice, but you know, some of us do have natures that are human or humane. All I'm saying. But just stay back on this topic tonight. Why do black folks always had a banana in their tailpipe? Doing the goofy shit. Like these dudes, right? Okay, you look at the dudes down there in the indictment, like Thug and all of the people. Do you know, just shortly before that, they were on another platform. Shout out to Wallow and Gilly. And Wallow sat there and told them, look here, man, don't be out here doing that. Because you in a place where you're receiving more money than the pioneers that created the thing were ever receiving, but you're gonna finesse yourself out of everything. And that's just what happened. He spoke the truth. Why? Because you got people and handlers causing you to believe that you can do anything. Banana in the tailpipe. You know, the greatest trick that the devil ever pulled off was to get us to believe that he didn't exist. You know, that whole throw the rock and then hide your hand thing. Man, it's going on. Even now, to the point where, like I said, retrospectively, you have people teaching young black boys and girls not to be aware, to be colorblind. Man, fuck that shit. I'm going to continue to teach mine. Yo, you black, you're going to be black everywhere you go. Yeah, give respect where respect is given, but at the same time, know who you are, whose you are, and where you've come from, and the sacrifices that have been made for you. And don't give up something for nothing. We got to stop giving these votes up for nothing, man. If we're going to vote, we need to hold people accountable or get their asses up out of there. Vote for our own people. You know, it has never done us any good to vote other than to push somebody else's agenda. When they come down here and put the banana in preachers' tailpipes and they come into church and have the people come into church. Or we're going to bless the new senator, the new president that we want to have, and yeah, we welcome them in the chicken dinner and the song and the dance, and we're gonna pass the plate, and the pastor's gonna take a collection, and they're gonna give him a little taste for his or her campaign. Wow. All to get us up there, get our hopes up, and don't do shit. Yeah. You know, when Barack got in, man, the second term, even after the initial vote, that third or fourth year in, you see Joker's faces like, damn, I can't believe I helped do this shit. A lot of them. Oh man, Malcolm X was so right, man. He said, look, you can't, entertainers are just that. Athletes are just that. You can't buy on that. And this is what they presented to us as quote unquote our spaces and places of healing. Look, I cover a lot of things on this platform, man. I'm not a one-trick pony. I'm not here for clicks and likes. If you like it and you take something away from it, then yeah, I did my job. But I'm not here for clicks and likes. I'm not here to feed you poison or venom. You know, like most of these guys out here, these ladies out here on these platforms, they want to, okay, they get in the relationship lane, so they choose a side. Men ain't shit. Men ain't shit. Men ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. No, you know, that thing. Then you got the dudes. There's two sides to the dude. So you got the ain't shit dudes. She ain't shit. She ain't shit. She ain't shit. And then you got the one dude who's really trying to straddle the fence and win the lady. Yeah, he ain't shit if he, but you should be. And he ain't shit because, but you should be. Be strong, black woman, because he ain't shit. And if you did, then you could do this. And the right one is going to, yeah, selling all that goddamn death. Listen, you can't sell death to people, man, and expect it to last. Them one-trick ponies. This is that whole other part where we talk about bananas. These are bananas in the tailpipe because you put people in park. They get up every day and they feed themselves with that shit. They get up, scroll down the timeline. I need to hear what he said today or what she said today. You know, that's a cult. That's some cult shit. You have to ask yourself, okay, this person just came on the line. I've watched a few. They just came on the line. They may have been on maybe what, a year, 2 years, 3 years, you know, and they prospering. Do you know that people actually send people to give them dollars, to do the things that they want to do their bidding, to reap folks up, to keep them in the dark, in the gray? They'll come and give them a whole truckload of bananas to stick up your hind parts. Yes, to keep you in park. Because you know when you blow up the car, there was no exhaust coming out. You're just there, full of hot air and disgust and dismay, hot in the car on the side of the road with no water, no snacks, no tow truck, no nothing. Yeah. But this is the day and age we live in. Do we feel that bad about ourselves? Are we really that weak that the only way we can feel good about ourselves is if we're buying something or we spending something? Look at social media, right? Look at everybody's social media. The majority of people you see on social media that look like us, they got to be in some fucking restaurant. They got to be on some beach. They got to be on some fucking thing. That shit is so played. I want to see a motherfucker in the library, at a hospital, helping some kids read or walk, helping an old lady walk. Go take your ass to a fucking convalescent home and talk to some of these old people, these elderly people in their golden years. Let them give you some real game. Show me some shit like that on TikTok. You go to these other countries, man, you don't see them promote the goofy shit. China, all that dancing shit we do on this side, no, they don't. That shit gets no rotation. They get people that are building shit, that are doing technical advances in different things and shit like that. When you scroll down, the real buffoonery, all us. Fuck Facebook. I'm on here and I'm getting ready to jump off in a second, but y'all need to come over to YouTube. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off. A couple months back, I posted a clip of the supermarket shooting, correct? In Buffalo, where the kid actually pulled up, had the GoPro on his head, and so on and so forth. Went in there and did the damn job. Now you could see some of it, but you couldn't see all of it. They blocked it, took it down, struck me, put me in the little jail. Here's the thing. Not 2 weeks before that, I put up another shooting where a woman and her baby was at a gas station, and the man crept up behind the man she was talking to and shot him dead in the head and came over and straddled him, hit him like 3 or 4 more times. She ran off, left the baby there. Then the baby turned around and ran behind her. Do you know they didn't even put a cover on that shit? You can go on my page right now and see it right there. It's plain as day. There's a difference. Goes back to what I said. Motherfuckers falling for the banana in the tailpipe. What's different in that? It's the fact that that crime that we can actually see was committed by a black man on another black man. Yeah. But that's cool. We can see that. But that other thing, no. Because see what that does? It wakes us up. It puts us in a mindset that we want to take the banana out, throw it on the side of the road, and decompress that built up thing that we got in us, right? Yeah. They don't ever want that to happen. That's a whole nother conversation. But we can be seen in that light consistently because our lives don't mean much. Because on their books, we steal but cattle. What is 3/4 of the man? Yeah. God damn. Really? So you wonder why there are laws that are still not in place, or protection that are still not in place for us, because we're still considered property. But we are out here sunning, funning, partying, hanging. It's my birthday. Man, listen, where do niggas get off? Negras get off with 30-day birthdays. It's my birthday. You gonna buy me a drink? Hell no. I'm not gonna buy you a motherfucking thing. You had one birthday. We'll celebrate the day that you were born, but you had one birthday. I ain't buying your shit. Fuck away from me. Got to do better. Seek attention elsewhere. You need some help. Yeah. That's that banana and tailpipe thing. You know, those people are wrapped up in their personal circumstances that they're looking to draw energy from folks to make them feel good about themselves. And that's that bullshit. Yeah. And, you know, it goes back to even that. So, you know, the circumstances. Why is it that we as black men, we can't get on the same page and work together? There are some powerful folks that are on different platforms and they've yet to hook up and do anything. Behoves me. Do we dislike each other? Are we that uncomfortable with one another that we can't reach out to each other? Or do we have that much hate and disdain? Honestly, and you know what? I know a lot of you motherfuckers hate me. And that's cool. I like the fact that you hate me, but I love you. And I'm gonna continue to reach out to you. Yeah. we gotta combat hate with love. I'm gonna give you the love, man. I'm gonna give you all the love, man. Yeah. I mean, it's cool being a Sigma. I'm a Sigma. I like me. You know, I reevaluate myself. I'm cool being by myself. I'm the plug. You got to come get your energy from me. Plug on in. Tap in. I'm just saying. We all are in our own ways. But yeah. We need to get better, man. All jokes aside, we need to get better. Better working together. You know, that kind of thing. And it's a shame that we as black people in this country have, like I said, spent an estimate of $1.3 trillion in this country in a year's time. And we don't own shit. Why? But we'll come on this motherfucker and sell a book. Buy my book. Buy my class. Buy my this. You really want to give a motherfucker something? Give him the knowledge. But make the knowledge conditional. You motherfuckers always want to make a buck. A lot of you jokers that look like us, you still falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You have to be willing to profit share. If you got a profit, then share it, motherfucker. Put people in place. Put people in power, put people on point. If you look at the Jewish community, when they had their meetings or used to have their meetings, and they respect the Sabbath, but then they do their meetings, the meetings of the mind, the elders, they talk about their businesses. They figure out a plan of doing something. They invent that and then just recreate it over and over and over and over again, consistently putting people in place to running it and letting the profits trickle up. We can't even get to the point where we got to put 4 or 5 folks that's willing to share in the wealth. Shit, I got mine. You better get yours. I don't fuck with them niggas. Banana in the tailpipe. Yeah, got to change that. And ladies, recognize who you are. You have a lot of power, a lot of strength with these pillow talking motherfuckers. Yeah. Get back to yourselves, man. Find your people. Like I said, if you don't have no people, just to jump back to what I was saying, take your ass to a convalescent center, man, and find you some old people. Volunteer. Talk to them. You know, the saying is, you don't know where the hell you're going because you don't know where you come from. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, think about it. It's facts. You get on Google, you get on Waze. It's always a starting point, and then there's a destination. You might have a good trip. You might see a few accidents. You might sit in some fucking traffic. You might meet some wonderful people, have a good meal before you get to the destination. It's all about the journey. Yeah. I just came on here, man, to put a little paint where it ain't, man. I listen, the buildup is what it is. When we start looking at ourselves and really doing the work, things will change for us for the better. We have to get to the point where we can stop condemning one another because we're not perfect, and be willing to work together, have the conversations and lay the plans, lay the groundwork. I can't just sit up here and point the finger. I'm here. I'm on this platform. Yeah, but it's not mine. It's ours. I'm merely working it, and I'm willing to work with anyone who's willing to work with me to create programs, to create rites of passages programs for young kids or teens to have an understanding of where they come from and who they are and why they're great in their own skin, and to give them the courage and the strength to move about and not be concerned about that bad guest that we had, their fragility. Fuck their fragility. You did it to me. I don't owe you shit. Yeah, respect is what respect is due, but when it comes to certain shit, I don't have no quarter. No. You know where you stand with me at all times. Yeah. Listen. If you like the show, man, if you like the show, follow me right here on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. You know, you send me a super chat. You can get in. You can do, yeah. Instagram, you know, and on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, man, as of now, you need to go on and jump on over to YouTube. Sayonara. Yeah. All right. Now, the real folks, we still here. Banana in the tailpipe. Think about how many times you were in school, man, and you saw yourself getting 2 different sets of attention or schooling. You know, some of us, we ended up in school where there was applied sciences or English or math. And, you know, you would look down a certain part of the hall and you just knew that there was none that looked like us down there. Maybe one. That wasn't a coincidence. That was intentional. Yeah. Even to this day, it still goes on. Fill out an application somewhere. You all better leave that fucking box empty. I'll say other. You don't like, I know. Yeah. You got to play the game sometimes, man, to get in. Get in and do some good. That's all. I ain't saying deny yourself. Never deny yourself. But, yeah. You want to get in, you got to get in. Best way you can. You know, it's a shame that we have been shifted in so many different ways that the confusion of it all keeps us way off par. You know, that we're quick to criticize anyone's movements that could incur change. Things that are speaking to growth. Got to do it. Got to do it, you guys. He was right in a lot of ways about how we treat each other in our relationships and the betterment of it all. Starting with the fellas. He went on us for about 3 years. Talked about, hey, if you ain't working at least 60 hours or more a week, then you are behind the 8 ball. Get your ass up, go to the Circle K, 7-Eleven, wherever the hell you need to go, get you a job, keep your head down for 5 years, build up your situation. If you got a network, work with that network. He had a group of network, and most successful black men have a network of at least 5 or 6 other black men that move like they move, and they help each other out. They help each other grow. That was it. Spoke to a lot of other things, the intimate aspects of things of getting together and how we should view each other, and did view each other before he flipped the script on the ladies. But my take on that is this. Only a hit dog holler. If it offends you, then goddamn it, you need to do something about it, because it's you. That's your truth. Like I said, I'm not here for clicks and likes. I'm here because I really give a shit about what me and my people look like to one another. Because if we can't respect and appreciate each other, then that negates all pride that we should have, or all the pride that we should have for those, even with those that our ancestors, our people came before us and made those sacrifices for us to at least get us to this point. Still ain't free. Freedom ain't free. I don't give a shit where you are. You're always a stone's throw away from some motherfucking trouble that can end you up in some places. All right. So, yeah. You know, us being against each other, that design is kind of old. We could surpass that. It's about getting control of your yourself, your mind, letting go of some of the things that may have occurred with you due to your novice stance in your relationships that have passed. And, you know, get into the practice of being more mannerable. You know, your mood should never dictate your manners. It happens, but it puts you in a position to get a banana if you can't control those things. You know, always show decorum. Always, because every time you open your mouth, man, you give people a peek of where you come from. You know, they get to look into your childhood, look into your family, look at a whole kind of, you know, a whole lot of things. You know, the pack of wolves that raised your ass. But then at the same time, man, there's that other side to it. You know, where we think love is, sometimes there's a trigger. So there's a warning, man. Doesn't mean that everybody's gonna always be in perfect control and perfect harmony. It's just recognizing that we should do our best in that. Yeah. Because there was a time when we couldn't just flash out the way we do all the time now. We had to be intact. We had to be in some sort of controlled state Yeah. Dignified. Mm-hmm. Look here, man. I just came on the rant a little bit, put a little paint where it ain't. Look, tell a friend. Thursday, special time, 9 p.m., man. Listen, be right here. Me and the brother Umar, we're going to get into it. Mr. King Kong Consciousness himself. The topic, man, is deep. It's a deep one. I'll let the bag out the cat. No, you know what? No, I'm going to wait. But tell a friend, man, we're going to be right here. We're going to be right here. It's going to be deep. It's going to be serious, man. Two strong brothers, man, with magnificent minds. We're going to have a serious conversation. The phone lines will be open, so you'll be able to come on and ask your questions. Yeah, man. Hopefully we can go and grow with this. Yeah. Be right here. Share it. Make sure you tell a friend, man, and be right here. The link is up. You can also click on and subscribe now if you have not. Hit the bell so you can get the notification when the show begins on Thursdays. I know you know a lot of you are busy and you got things you got to do. So just put that notification on. It'll pop up and you can click in and listen. It'll also be on Spotify, Apple Music, also Anchor, and a few of the other listening apps. So if you have Sirius Radio or one of those, you can actually tap in and listen to. All right. Thursday night, man. We'll be right here. Thursday. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'll share the topic with you, man. I wasn't going to, but I will. I'm gonna put a little paint where it ain't and see so you can see where we're going. Why are black folks always crossing over to something other than themselves? The process of assimilation. All right, I'll read it to you again. I'm gonna say it to you again. Why are black folks always crossing over to something other than self? The process of assimilation. Why are black folks always crossing over to something other than themselves? The process of assimilation. Yeah. So that's the topic on Thursday night. Me and the brother, we're gonna chop it up and get into it real deep. And hopefully, man, we can open some minds, man, and get some actions behind the thoughts. All right. So, and all you're getting, man, get some understanding, and love yourself, man. If no one loves you, no, I love you. Yeah, I love you. But others need to see you love yourself so they know how to love you too. All right. Share it. Thursday night, we'll be right here. Special time, 9 p.m. We're going to get into it and chop it up with the brother Umar right here. Tell a friend. If I've sent it to you already or if you see it, you got the link, share it on your pages for me. I want to broaden the conversation and to be sure that, we feel how we need to feel. Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.